What's up, ladies and gents? This is Nurse Student Possibilities here, social nurse. I am going to do commentary, a movie review, a short film that we watched not too long ago on Amazon Prime. The film name is Stuck. It's less than 30 minutes long, and it stars Javicia Leslie and actor Harry Williams. Javicia Leslie's character is called Ebony, and Harry Williams's character is Dre. Ebony and Dre, they meet in a club. They are attracted to each other and they leave the club. They go over to Ebony's place and they get busy. They have sex. They're just throwing down all kinds of positions, enjoying themselves. They each have orgasms. They're done with their intercourse, ready to separate, but they realize they are stuck together. Dre's penis is stuck inside of Ebony's vagina. They are literally physically stuck together and cannot part. Although they try pulling, tugging, wiggling, squirming, they cannot part themselves. They cannot become unstuck. They are tired, fatigued, and just sick of the situation. Everything or every move that they make within Ebony's apartment, they must do it together. God forbid if Dre has to urinate. Remember, he's stuck inside of her. But they move around the apartment, they get something to eat. They even get a ice cold container of water and pour it on themselves to try to part. Doesn't work. Does not work at all. This film is less than 30 minutes long, so I'm almost done with this review. Because they're stuck together face to face, they realize that, it could be a long situation since they have no clue on when they can release from each other. So they do something that they had not really done. And that's have a conversation. They had a conversation, and Ebony suggests that they each reveal something personal about themselves, something that would be considered a personal secret that they would not tell anyone else. I mean, after all, they don't know if they're going to die in this position or not. They can't, determine what's going to happen, if they're going to have to go to the ER or what. And, I've never heard of any couple being stuck clinically. I did encounter a patient that had an injured penis, and he admitted, according to him, it happened during sexual intercourse, that he missed during thrusting, going in, and according to him, the person did not have enough cushion, enough buttock or cushion or thighs to, I don't know, but he somehow, according to him, he must have hit a bone or something, and it actually kind of bent his penis. He said it injured his penis, and he heard a popping sound. But at any rate, he did get a consult for a urologist. And to make a long story short, he something had ripped one of the tissues. I don't know if it's the tendon or the muscle in the penis. I can't remember what the specific ripping or tissue that ripped is called. I can't remember, but you can get injured during sexual intercourse. But back to this short movie. I'm sorry, I got off track. They had a revelation with each other. They divulged something really secret about each other. Neither one of them was too crazy about each other's secret. You know, kind of. One of them was in shock, and for the other one, they wasn't in, didn't really like what they heard about the other person. They kind of turn-offs, right? Turn-offs, possible deal breakers for sure. But at any rate, they realize after they divulge the personal information about themselves, they're no longer stuck, right? No, there has to be a moral to the story, right? And I think it is sometimes people have to become vulnerable enough or care enough or seek enough information through their vulnerability in order to get some sort of release or release. Because if you are aware of facts, even though you're vulnerable, you can have the choice of removing yourself from a situation or determining if something's a deal breaker for you. So the conversation has to occur. The short film kind of ends shortly after that. They get unstuck and shower and, go on with their lives. But just watch the movie to get further context. It did a pretty decent short film with a moral, I think, and segueing from the film into real life situations. Condoms, right? They're necessary, ladies. They are necessary. Use a condom every time. Insist on a condom or no sex. If your interaction with the person goes beyond sexual or is just sexual, it's important to have conversations and to learn as much about that person as you can. Some people aren't into disclosure, but I say for your own safety, ask questions. And if someone doesn't want to give you the answers or proof, leave them alone. I really think during a courtship or if seeking a relationship or if a situation with a person is growing longer as far as your attachment, interaction, courtship, sexual encounters, whatever you want to call it, potential marriage, ask questions and even ask embarrassing questions. Quite frankly, you want to know everything about that person in order for you to choose correctly or better. Choose better, right? You want to be safe. No condoms equals no sex. Investigation. If you have to use every public piece of data that's out on that person that you're dealing with, find out as much as you can. Find out who his friends are, his family. If you can, look at that social media. Take rumors into consideration. Try to find out if they're true. If you have to, hire an investigator. if you can afford one. You want to know as much about that person that you can. If they're a criminal, if they're a former criminal, what's their criminal history? Do they have a criminal history of rape, murder, attempted murder, violence, pedophile behavior? Find out what you can. That information can allow you to make a better decision. Do they have a job? Where do they work? What's their financial situation? Knowing this stuff can help you make a better decision. Get deep into it. Request that a sexually transmitted infection panel of some sort, labs be done, right? If every test is not performed, at least require that person to have, and you have it as well. I mean, it can go both ways. Require that person have labs drawn and proof of if they are HIV free, herpes virus free, herpes simplex, genital warts, human papilloma virus. These viruses are not curable, and you may not want to catch them. You may not want to deal with that person at all if they have those diseases. Although they can be medically treated, it's still your decision to choice. Part of choosing better. Health history is important. Does that person have a behavior issue, a mental illness perhaps? Perhaps they've had multiple inpatient mental health hospitalizations, right, that require acute treatment. Are they on psychiatric medications, right? Are they medical compliant with their psychiatric medications? Are they substance abuse users or a history of it? Have they been sobriety? How effective, if they abuse substances, has the sobriety effort been implemented, right? Are they successful? Because there's always the potential to fall back, unfortunately, and reuse. So it's all about choice, right? And choosing better. Protect your finances. Remember your safety, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You definitely don't want your essentials of food, clothes, shelter, safety, and let's throw reproduction compromised. You may not want to have a child with someone that has a bunch of issues. Choice and choosing better, right? So I segue a little bit deeper than what the film included, but being vulnerable sometimes is the key to asking more questions, vetting properly, and investigating that person as much as you can. A lot of times it's hard to get medical information, but you can ask your potential partner about their health history. You can even suggest that legally the information be provided to you, especially if you're going into a long-term situation or planning on entering a marriage, or if you're seeing this person a lot. I don't know what titles you want to give the different relationships, but having the information that you need to properly vet is key, because you don't want to get stuck in a situation, be really vulnerable, and can't get out of a connection that you no longer want. This has been Nurse Student Possibilities, Social Nurse.